Good evening, everybody. This is once again it's the Reverend with
the theme here.
And
Gray Mouse 1.
Back again, finally.
Yeah, after how long?
Well, we were all on vacation and stuff like that. You were out visiting family and stuff like that. I mean, come on.
He was on an adventure chasing gators in Georgia. Yeah. Working on his tan.
Obviously.
How do you get a tan in Georgia? Around this time of year?
Yeah, no kidding, man.
That's what they call bruises, man. You got a really pretty mouth, boy. Wait a minute, I said that out loud. Okay.
Let's start over, huh?
No redo.
What this is basically, this is just us. Again, three middle-aged dudes bullshitting about nothing. If it's not obvious.
By now.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We just got back from eating. I'm feeling like...
Feeling bloated.
Yeah, my third trimester. Yeah, so basically, we had a few things that we wanted to talk about, then it turned into...
We did.
We did, kind of, and then it turned into... We're just going to go ahead and run the camera.
It's just like, fuck it. We're just going to have the camera on.
We're just going to shoot our shit this time. Whatever comes about, what comes about.
This is pretty much what we do anyway.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
true.
All right.
Well, we're friends. Friends do that shit all the time.
Yeah, you know. And we're not so PC about it, okay? So...
If you get triggered, look, there's a big X on either side. If you have a Mac or a PC, you gotta press them now. A back button, you gotta press it now. Backspace, whatever you get, whatever it is. If you're easily triggered, now is your time to leave.
Okay. If you're on a Windows machine, the X is over there. If you're on a Mac, the X is over there. This is one trigger warning. This is the second one. Okay. Now that we've got that out of the way.
Oh, and comments below. Don't forget about comments below.
Oh my God.
I mean, hey, join the conversation.
Oh yeah. Well, let's rewind back to a little bit of another conversation. I know this is probably beating a dead horse by now. Yeah, we actually got around to seeing The Force Awakens, and we actually ran into somebody tonight who didn't see the movie.
Oh,
so
believe it or not.
Yeah, you know,
right.
Yeah, those folks do exist, and I'm not going to talk bad about them because guess what? They just have things to do. All right. But one of the things we were talking about was about the fact that, you know, pretty much the ending of the movie kind of stuck with all of us. All right. No, not the ending where you have a panoramic view and helicopter shot of looking at the back of Luke's hooded head and everything else, and he's not saying anything. You know, I mean. It was kind of funny how they had to keep that under wraps, and that was a big secret. Guess what? He does nothing. All right. But the one thing that bugged all of us was the fact that not that Rey won that fight with Kylo Ren, but the fact that she won clean. All right. Basically, I had a conversation with one of my buddies, and basically my issue was the fact that a girl won. That strikes in my sense of machismo. No, it's the fact that in the sense of writing. And the theme knows this because he talks about the WWE booking, pro wrestling booking all the time. Well, you know, it makes sense that when somebody wins clean like that, guess what? There are no stakes. All right. If she can go ahead and hand him his ass without being trained in the Force, and then next movie comes along, he's going to finish his training because he got his ass whooped back to Snoke, right?
Well, let's just put it this way.
Yeah.
Just bottom line, it's bad writing.
Yeah, it's bad writing.
It's just straight fucking bad writing.
Basically, it fucks the character of Kylo Ren all over.
I have no... Yeah. Because why am I going to go see 8?
Well, the reason
How is Kylo Ren going to be a threat?
Yeah.
That's the...
Right there. The first reason why it's bad writing is, number one, there are no stakes. How is Kylo Ren... Repeat that.
How is Kylo Ren going to be a threat in the next movie?
Yeah, there's no stakes.
No.
So, you know...
Are they going to copy and paste The Empire Strikes Back like they copy and
Might
paste
as well. That's what they did.
Episode 4?
Yeah. That's what they did. Because, I mean...
Is he finally going to be in command and everything, and he's going to be a badass, if he's going to be force choking people from across the universe?
You should never be in a movie and thinking... A brand new movie for that, and thinking, where have I seen this before?
Well...
You should never be... No. That's bad writing.
Well, you know, we covered that, but
I'm going to reiterate it.
Yeah.
You know, but the reason why this particular facet of the story is really, really bad is because a little earlier in the week I was having a conversation with one of my other buddies who's very emphatic. He's a big fan. All right. He
Fanboy?
No, not fanboy, but he's a big fan. But he's one of those guys who can sit there and recall things that happened in the extended universe, the stuff over
through the books.
Yeah, graphic novels and everything else. And yeah, we had this big a big discussion about it. And the one thing that we came to was like, okay, since we can concede the fact that Kylo Ren is not a threat to Rey.
Not at all.
Or Ben, as a matter of fact.
Well,
sort of.
Yeah,
He sliced Finn up, okay, fine, but Finn shouldn't have even stood a chance against a fucking student of the Force.
Yeah.
Finn, how many times did he block that?
I don't know.
It
shouldn't have been any.
That shouldn't have worked out.
He should have got force.
He should have been force thrown and that
force choke, force thrown in the trees, force into twigs, whatever. That should have been pretty much it.
He should not be standing toe to toe.
No,
I'm sorry.
not even qualified.
No.
Yeah.
Unless there's a backstory to Finn that we don't know. But he was a fucking stormtrooper, so that destroys.
Not just a stormtrooper. He was a custodian. He was in sanitation. All right.
That makes it even worse.
So if even they try to sneak in, okay, he has some force in him. Kylo Ren didn't sense that. I'm gonna immediately detect that as a disconnection if they finally try to say that shit in the next movie.
Yeah. Well, those contentions aside, all right. The second reason why it's horrible writing, and this is what came about with me and my buddy in our external conversation, was the fact that if we can sit there, we can follow the blueprint that's laid out in the writing that's in front of us, and completely.
Which we should be, because it's a fucking movie.
Should be able to go ahead and predict what's going to happen in later movies, which, considering the formula and the pieces in play, is probably really predictable by now. I'm just going to say this now as a theory, okay? Who isn't here at this moment in time?
Yeah, shout out to you.
Why are you pointing at me, man?
Well, because he usually sits where you.
I know what I'm saying.
Shout out to you, Theory.
But
see you soon, buddy.
As a hypothesis, all right, an educated guess. If I was to, if we're gonna sit there and we're gonna say, all right, The Force Awakens was the big movie where Han Solo dies.
Yeah.
All right, and that throughout the rest of the movies, we're probably gonna see a lot more of the major characters from the previous prequels from the previous movies die out. Okay, then we've got somebody, a couple of people left. We've got Chewie. Luke and Leia. All right,
and she's gonna be the sole survivor. I predict that now.
Well, one thing that we got to say is that my personal thing is that I haven't read the books past the
at this point,
4, 5, and 6. So, but I agree with what you said earlier about that. What's not on the screen doesn't happen.
Yeah,
especially if you're going to put it on 7.
Yeah,
episode 7. What I didn't see on the silver screen.
No.
If it's not on the screen, it didn't happen. Yeah, something might have happened in the books that might, fill in the blanks.
And don't fucking say it was the will of the Force.
Oh my God. But so my prediction.
I've got some stupid geeky information about that in my head. But go ahead.
But
go ahead.
My prediction is the same thing. I actually predict everybody to die.
Well, okay.
I predict Chewie to die. He's going to probably die the next movie, and I think, like you said, I think Leia is going to be the last one.
Okay. What now? To even get more specific, all right. If we take into account that Kylo Ren is not a threat, okay, at this
point,
because Rey was able to go ahead and hand him his ass without any training or anything at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Imagine when she does get the training.
Exactly. Which she's gonna happen.
She's going to go get it.
Yeah.
Which is gonna happen. The only way that he's gonna become a threat is that he's gonna take
He's gonna
some.
have to blow up planets with his force.
Well, they're gonna give him like some.
Or the Schwartz.
They're gonna give him some midichlorian steroids and other things like that.
He has to use the force and the Schwartz.
He's gonna end up in like some sort of.
Yes.
He's gonna end up training like in a gravity chamber.
Well,
You know, they're gonna force
beat him.
Yeah, they're gonna force feed him sensu beans.
See, the
Alright?
thing is though,
Force feed him sensu beans.
like the theme was saying earlier. At the beginning of the movie, we saw this man stop a fucking laser
Yes.
coming at you, but you can't.
Not just a normal blaster,
but you can't,
a snipe.
But you
shot.
can't. But you can't stop
Chewie's crossbow.
Chewie's. Yeah, that. And you can't. And you're standing toe to toe with
Yeah.
somebody who has no force training
no
at
force, no Schwartz,
nothing.
no men in tights, nothing like that.
No, you're just gonna hit all the.
Yes, I'm gonna hit all. No,
all the metal
no history of the world. No history of the world. Part 1 and 2.
You're gonna hit all the metal rules, right?
Yes, I'm hitting all that. Big
What about Blazing Saddles?
Big
Forgot that one.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Well,
That's
Blazing Saddles. Oh wait, it worked in Blazing Saddles.
The sheriff is a.
Go ahead, say it. Well, don't be scared, man.
Oh, I'm not
hit
scared. This
hit
is
the
funny.
X up here, hit the X up
I'm
there.
not scared of anything. The sheriff is a nigger.
But I mean, come
all
on.
that aside.
Come on, this guy at the opening thing, I was like, this guy's a badass.
That's what we all were supposed. Yeah.
He stopped light. He stopped light. And then at the end, this woman, I have nothing against her.
No,
but the fact
it wasn't.
it's not because she's a woman. It's the
force,
fact that she has no training.
Jedi. No,
she's not a Jedi. And she went toe to toe and beat the guy cleanly.
Wait a minute. So is the excuse is that Kylo Ren was not a Sith Lord yet?
Well, that's part of it, but
he hasn't completed his training either.
That's stepping
Usually
outside of
Luke, but still, at a time.
No, Luke went back.
Yeah,
and then that's when
that's really stepping outside the point. Then I'm
go ahead, man.
All right, look. Okay,
we regress.
Okay,
like I said, the big thing about it is that I'm pretty sure that the only way that they can make Kylo Ren look like a badass now is that he's gonna end up killing Luke, and that's gonna happen in the second movie. All right.
Before or after?
But in my opinion, that's not going to make him a badass because he killed Luke.
No, but here's the thing.
Before or after she receives her training?
Before.
She's going to receive partial training, all right, or at least something's going to happen. But it's going to be shown that Luke is still, of course, the Jedi Master. All right, he's the last of the Jedi Masters, and then we're going to have blown up Kylo Ren.
Does Leia count?
No. She has the Force in her due to family, but she's not. Like you said, she senses the Force. She can use the Force for sense, but I don't think she can use the Force.
She's sensitive, but she's not.
Correct. There you go. I like that. Force sensitive. She's Force sensitive. She's Force sensitive.
Yeah.
Because that's how did she find Luke? Yeah, I agree 100% with that.
Yeah.
But to me. I was trying not to go that
sensitive.
But the thing is, though,
yeah, she receives trigger warnings 2 weeks beforehand.
Social Force Warrior.
Social Force Warrior, might as well, man. Justice Force Warrior. But
okay, continue.
The problem is that she's going to get training.
Yeah, she's going to
get training, obviously, because she's there.
But my point being is that she's going to get training, all right. But it's going to become obvious through the training that, again, Luke is still the Jedi Master and he's still Mr. Badass. All right, he's going to still when you try to put together the power, build the paradigms of power and everything. He's going to be on that level. All right, it's inevitable. Kylo Ren's going to come in and he's going to kill him. All right, and then all of a sudden he's going to be placed above Luke. Just doing the booking math here, and then above Rey by default.
That's not going to sit well.
Huh? It's going to happen.
Yeah, but it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
That's the only other way that we're going to see him as a major threat now.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
And
it's going to happen.
He's going to kill Luke in a fucked up way too. It's not going to be a toe-to-toe, battle-to-battle type of.
Luke better not get killed by lasers.
That's why he cannot win toe-to-toe with Luke. I mean,
They're
for
not
Christ's
force him
sake,
anywhere.
no. It's gonna be a pussy way. He's gonna fucking what's that on Reach? On Halo Reach? Was that Spartan's name? The female Linda, whatever her name is?
No. You're talking about Cat.
Cat.
Well, she got sniped.
She got sniped.
No, he's gonna.
No, it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be a bitch way,
I
and
think
then he's
it's
gonna
be a 2-on-1 against Luke.
No, he's gonna end up stabbing him with a lightsaber. It's just gonna happen because it's gonna be the only way that he's gonna sit there and people to establish him as a credible threat.
Well, we were okay,
Dark Force
but okay. We were supposed to accept that when he sliced up his own father, and then his force just went downhill.
That was so obvious.
Oh well, whoever wasn't.
I saw that like light years away. I was like, he's gonna die.
At least the tension was built correctly in that scene.
No,
that was one of the best ways that they could have done it. A lot of people did complain about it because they were like, "Oh, well, all he did was cry, and then he sliced his father." And I'm like, that was better than the 3-minute.
Yeah. You're scared, aren't you? What?
That was better than that.
Please tell me when I'm supposed to be scared.
Yeah.
Now you're supposed to be scared. No, but anyway, I agree with that, but I think it's got to have it's got to hold more weight. It's got to be done correctly, Luke's death. But I honestly, this is just my opinion, I think it's going to happen in 9, 5, 8.
Well,
no, he's going to die in 8. I'm pretty sure he's going to die.
He didn't do anything in 7. 8 is going to be.
Well, what about Leia? I mean, she could
She's
go
gonna
after
survive.
Leia. No, I'm talking about he could go after Leia
Not
first.
gonna happen.
What's up?
Not gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen.
Not gonna happen.
Man, I still, even if he does kill Luke, I still don't see him.
Okay,
pinnacle.
Wait. Killing Leia.
Bigger threat than Rey? Definitely.
Killing Leia. What would that do?
If that's the whole purpose, is to be a bigger threat than Rey, then we got a problem.
Exactly.
That is
exactly.
Seriously, if you really think about what I just said, we got a problem.
No, well, again,
if they need to substantiate like that, no.
Well, yeah, again, it's
that's just fucking bad writing.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've already established that it's been bad. It was bad writing, and this could have been done way better.
It could have been done way worse.
It could have been done way worse.
Yeah, I mean,
there's no Jar Jar Banks of episode 7.
He better not show up in 8 or 9 and be the real Sith Lord.
Oh my
if
God!
They do that, then I know somebody at Disney is trolling.
Alright, are we gonna move on from this? Or
Misa, come to piss you off.
Misa, come to piss you off.
Why would they keep a fucking Lucas creation?
You know, speaking of which, I thought it was funny that
Indiana Jones lived longer than Han Solo. God damn.
I thought it was funny too was Lucas actually tried to badmouth J.J. Abrams about the movie, and I was really glad that that Lucas was not involved at all. Disney said, "Get the fuck away from this. This is mine.
Yeah,
this is, you know."
No, they didn't even have to say that because the thing is that okay, there's the funny thing about that whole Lucas interview is that there's a few things that sound really really presumptuous.
Exactly.
And there's a few things where it's like, well, you know, yeah, this kind of sounds like George, but you know, it doesn't fucking matter because
it's not his.
Yeah, it's not his anymore. The one thing that got me about his interview was he said, you know, the whole thing about it. I feel like I sold my child to white slave traders.
Yeah, I couldn't believe he said that shit. I was like, really? I was like, what the fuck, dude?
You know, if that's the case, George, you're the one who sold them.
Right.
You have nobody to blame but yourself.
Exactly. Yeah, you know, on that end, I mean, the other thing too is that, you know, whenever he sat there and when he came out and he said, you know, well, it's, you know, the fans would like it. It's just not the story I would have told. He was completely correct. The fans did like it, and it wasn't the story he wanted to tell.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
All right. For better or for worse, it wasn't. So
does Lucas have creative control over the books though?
No.
That Disney has complete
No,
over the books and over all
no,
media.
all the extended media stuff, Disney has already said none of it's canon. All right. Be thankful that you guys were able to sit there and build upon a universe that was open at the time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but none of that shit is canon. Not that Disney isn't going to go out of their way to rob the books for ideas, because they will.
I mean,
Well,
but Disney has been on fire recently, though, man.
Well, with Marvel stuff, yes.
Yeah.
But with everything else.
Well, I mean, there's some good movies that came out.
I mean, the whole two children Grey Jedi thing, that was all part of like the extended universe.
Right.
So I mean,
Yeah.
it's you know, again.
But you know, one thing that the movie did that was supposed to do was entertain.
Yeah.
It did. I was entertained.
Yeah.
But like you said, you know, like Theme said, we were removed at certain parts of the movie.
Removed.
I'm not. We were removed. I'm not saying disconnect. I'm saying removed.
That's why it's funny.
No, I think I'll stay with disconnected.
Removed is gone and gone forever.
Yeah.
Disconnect is like, all right, it's broke.
No, I'm saying.
But if
I'm saying that when dude stopped light goes at 186,000 miles per second. He stopped light at the beginning of the movie.
Stop laser.
Yeah.
Light.
Yeah.
So the Contra laser was the weakest weapon in Contra?
He stopped light.
He should have had a
And then he went
should have had
toe-to-toe with no
spread.
force. I know I'm beating a dead horse still. But
in one apartment building, so whoever.
Stop that.
oh well, I'm sorry. But you know I'm not. But anyway, let's move on.